up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis once again giving you the information that you asked me for. Make sure you go to the ChazzEllisProject.com, be a part of picking the next video. Also, if you need to get a consultation, a quick question, or if you just want to make a donation, go to the ChazzEllisProject.com. Also, you can go to Ask Chazz Ellis on Facebook if you want to be a part of some of the discussions that we're having with the Chazz Ask, or you want to just take a look at some of the quotes, videos that I post, different things like that. Go to Ask Chazz Ellis on Facebook. This question comes from, you picked the next video on the ChazzEllisProject.com, and it was from Edward. He basically talked about his girlfriend, or I'm sorry, his wife. They have children. He's basically saying, where should I be on the hierarchy when it comes to my children? My wife seems to kind of ignore me and put my children's needs way ahead of mine, and I don't feel like I'm on the list. I don't feel like I really have, like I have a right to anything. And that brought me to something for both people. Not just a suggestion for Edward, but a suggestion for everybody. Something to just tell you kind of about. You don't owe your kids your life. And for some reason, and this is really new, that's the funny thing about it. We don't realize this a lot of times, but some of these ideas are new, like within the last 20 to 30 years, where somebody comes up with this idea that you're supposed to sacrifice your life for your kids, and then that becomes a new thing for everybody to do. And people think that they've been doing this since the beginning of the time, and it's not true. But that's how people think now. It's a lot of that, oh, well, your kids come first, and you got to put your life on hold, yada, yada, yada. Well, here's what generally happens. Your kids grow up. They always grow up. And unless they're complete failures, they leave the house. That's what they do. Your children leave the house. They don't stay there forever. They don't stay at the crib until they die or whatever. They generally leave the house. And you're left either by yourself or with this person that you never cultivated a real relationship with. Like, I'm just going to give you a quick, for instance, story. I got a friend who, his mother was actually a really good mother. When we grew up together pretty much throughout high school. And the mother was a really good mother, good person. He has a sister also. It's just him. It was just him and his sister and the mom. I don't know what happened to the dad. Whatever. But anyway, the mother, he was talking to me a little while ago, and he was like, man, my mother is really kind of messing up my relationship, because he just now got with this girl, and they've been dating for probably, or at the time they had been dating for probably about 6 months. So he was like, we've been together for a minute now, for like a little while now, and she's expecting more out of the relationship. And I was like, well, of course, y'all been together for like 6 months. Anyway, he was like, well, the thing about it is, me and my mom we go to movies on Fridays, and he laid out this whole list of things that he does with his mother. And I was like, what the? I was like, dude, you're a grown-ass man. What are you talking about? And he was like, she's tripping on me because I live in my mom's house. And I was like, wait a minute, bruh. You got a good-ass job. You make more money than most of the people that I know. Why are you still living at your mom's house? I never even asked you this before, but since you brought it up, I don't believe in asking somebody else about their own business like that. I was like, since you brought it up, why the hell you live at your mama's house? You got money. It doesn't make sense. He was like, well, if I move out, she'd be feeling upset. I've talked to her about it before. She cried, now yada, yada. I was like, damn, your mother is really ruining your life. I was like, his sister got married when she was like 19 years old and moved across the doggone country, sees the mom like once every couple of years. But this dude is like just so tied down to his mother. And basically what his mother has done is started like really kind of making dude, not in a sexual freaky way, but really kind of made dude her boyfriend. They go out on, they got date night and everything. I was like, dude, this is weird. But this is kind of what happens. I know the theme that I'm talking about right now, y'all probably already been dealt with somebody who's dealing with this problem. But people don't really understand where this comes from. A lot of times the mom sacrifices their entire life. And I see dads do it. I see parents do it collectively, where they've sacrificed their entire life for their children. And now they don't know how to live when their kids grow up and don't need them anymore. Their kids are ready to move on and leave the nest. And the parents are just smothering the kids because they don't have anything. Sometimes the parents are afraid to be alone with each other because they have not cultivated a relationship that would allow that. It's like, I never made you breakfast before. I don't even know what you like to eat. We never went on a vacation before because we always, was trying to do this and that for the kids. We didn't live any of our dreams or accomplish anything. So now we're expecting our children to basically sacrifice their lives to be around us like we did for them. And that's just not natural. It's not normal, and it's not right. That's not what your kids are supposed to do. They're supposed to grow up and have the ability to live their lives. But they can only do that if you live your lives and don't expect them to give up their lives for you. Also, what we don't understand is it's our responsibility to keep each other going. If you got a person in your life that you don't really feel is an important factor in contributing to your kids' growth, then you picked the wrong person. So when I say what you need to do here, I'm not talking about get some man or get some woman and just dog your kids out and not care nothing about them. I'm saying get somebody who is contributing to your children's lives, who is an important factor in their lives. And if you pick somebody like that, then you have to keep them going. It's kind of like this. If you got a man and you say, I'm not going to feed this dude because I only can make my kids this really elaborate breakfast and I don't have time to make him nothing either, so I'm going to send him to work on an empty stomach. He's all hungry and stuff like that. He ends up getting sick, whatever the case may be. And say he dies. Just for instance, I know this might be drastic, but say he dies. Now, the kids you've been sending to school on a full meal, on a full stomach, they're not going to that good school anymore because say he was the person that was feeding y'all, he was paying for y'all, paying the bills and shit. Okay, you guys, he dies, y'all don't have money like that no more. So you can't live in this nice neighborhood. Send your kids to this beautiful school where they getting this top-notch ass education. They broke now. Y'all living in the projects, going to a terrible school, and you can't really necessarily put that kind of food in their stomachs. So for them to be able to go to that terrible school, which even if they did have a full stomach, they still be going to a messed up school, so it may not even matter. That's what I'm talking about. Now you can't even spend time with your kids. You don't even have time to cook for them because you got to go back to work and work 60 hours a week just to put food on the table so you can live in a bad neighborhood. What I'm saying is, if you got somebody that's providing for your family or that's taking care of the kids and, teaching them things and being a part of their lives, if you don't take care of that person and they drop out, your kids have lost something major. You have to make sure you keep them going. If you don't keep that person that you're with going, then your kids suffer. I know guys who will be like, once they have kids, they just it's all about the kids. They dote on them and they forget about their mom. Who do you think is taking care of them damn kids? If you don't take care of the mom and you don't keep her going, she have a nervous breakdown. Now the kids don't have a mom. Now they sitting over there in counseling because the mom had a nervous breakdown in a mental institution somewhere and not taking care of them. We don't think about these things sometimes when we do some of the stuff we're doing. You guys have to come first because without you, the kids don't have anything. Okay, for instance, if the kids left the house tomorrow, y'all be straight. Okay, let's be real. You might be sad, but you be straight. You be able to live. You're grown. If y'all left the house for 24 hours, your kids will be on the brink of starvation. You leave a baby on the ground for 24 hours, that baby might be dead when you get back, to be real. But they have no ability to fend for themselves. So you got to keep each other going so that the babies have the ability to grow. Don't just make it all about the kids and sacrifice your life for them when at cost to your relationship, at cost to your personal growth. Because then what you do is you got nobody in your life and you stifle your kids' growth because you're going to need somebody around you. And the only people that you have is them. Now your kids become your best friends. You're putting all that pressure on them to be able to answer adult questions when they're like 10 years old. You have these deep, meaningful conversations with them about your life and what you need to do next. No, get a dude. Get a friend. Get a girlfriend. Get a relationship. Marry a woman. Stop being by yourself your whole life. Trying to take care of your kids. 'Cause that's not what they want for you. Your kids love you. They want you to be happy. It saddens them when you're not. That's because they love you. So hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, Chazz Ellis. Make sure you go to the ChazzEllisProject.com if you want to be a part of picking the next video. Also, go to the Ask Chazz Ellis on Facebook and like and subscribe. And share this video with somebody else you know needs it. Peace.